Sun Express 7 November Juliet, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up forward 28 right, Sun Express 7 November Juliet.
Howdy all. Just let me know you can hear me.
Sun Express 7 November Juliet, 240 degrees 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Sun Express 7 November Juliet.
You just see Lufthansa to Frankfurt. We have Sun Express
United 229 or line up runway
to
28 right.
Antalya now. I'm not
Runway
using
28
the
right, line up
van
Boeing United
platform
229.
because there's a bit of a wind and it's going to rain and I don't want to be up there stuck in the rain. So in the next hour or two it's meant to rain, I believe. So if we can avoid it, all good. But if not, I need to be able to hold the umbrella and be firmly on the deck while doing so. Now you can see as we go from right to left, the picture gets that little bit brighter. If I need to dim it down a bit, let me know. Probably could, I suppose. But we'll go slightly and see what happens.
United 229 the wind 240 degrees 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Bye bye.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, United 229, good day.
Ringmaster, how do? Len, Merton, Anka, Parash, Freddie, Gavin, Franks, Brian, Paul, Brian Murphy. These are all most welcome. Seven 5-7 rolling for Washington. So it was initially the intention to do arrivals on 28 left, but the pillars are still all out of action, and even worse so, there's a stop-go system over there while they're doing resurfacing. So yeah, Freddie, no, I didn't. So the water softener was doing a regeneration and it just started flooding the backyard, and initially I had to cut the water off to it and the whole house just to get it to stop until it finished whatever it was doing. But according now This is according to the crowd that installed the water softener. In the last couple of weeks, something has been happening with the mains water in Dunshaughlin, and that's not that, I know that for a fact, because the water pressure has been dropping and coming back and dropping and coming back and has been turned off multiple times. But apparently Irish Water may have added chlorine at some point to the water supply, whatever they were doing, and that chlorine is known to kill the resin in water softeners that softens the water, causes it to solidify, and that's why my thing was overflowing then, because the water can't go anywhere.
Right for inspection.
But because there's so many people in the surrounding area in Dunshaughlin and Ratoath that are affected, all their water softeners have broken down, similar to mine. I have to wait until the middle of next week or the end of next week before they'll come out and replace the internal resin. So I managed to, managed to rig a bypass so the water is unsoftened coming into the house at the moment, but it's not running into the softener, thank God, causing it to overflow. Miss Emerald, afternoon all, 7 centimetres of rain here since last night and still raining. From what I can see on radar, there's a band of rain moving down from the northwest or across the country, even from the west. I don't know whether, I imagine at some point we'll get it. But yeah, I don't have the waterproof cover on the camera because it's still too warm to put that on. So I'll be going manual with the umbrella today. Noosh, 5 months. Thank you very much. Freddie, I doubt very much I'll get any joy with trying to blame Irish Water. Could also be exactly what the softener company are saying, just so people don't start blaming them. But apparently in between Dunshaughlin and Ratoath, according to the local company, 100 softeners have failed in the last 2 weeks. So, and that's why they're struggling to keep up with the demand for repairs, and that's why it's going to take so long. Oh no, Miss Emerald, I know, but I meant we are going to get rain here at some point today. So if I was to put I do have a very good waterproof camera cover, but it's still 21 degrees. And if I put that on the camera's going to start heating up and melt its internals. So I don't want to do that. So we'll go, if it does rain, I'll hold the umbrella temporarily. It's only going to be a shower, I hope. Don't be soft on them. Like it. But yeah.
Eurowings 5 Bravo Mike taxi.
Eurowings 8319 to Dusseldorf next.
Number 2.
And
line up on the way, situate right, Eurowings 5 Bravo Mike.
The platform, the van platform, I could use it, but the heat has, even though they're weatherproof boards, you see it just at the back there, look. The heat has caused a couple of them to warp upwards on the back of the platform. So I'm a bit wary about using it at the moment until I re-secure it, and I haven't had a chance because I've been in work, so yeah. Martin saying that's correct, Paul. If Ishka Air are doing repair maintenance works on mains, they generally increase the chlorine dosing to disinfect the pipe in case any contaminants. Yeah. Taylor, welcome back to the Spotters Club. But yeah, so chlorine apparently causes
During
the
time,
resin
Mike,
bed,
you would need
which is
about
what
1
does the
minute.
filtration of the, or the
Okay, sir,
softening
line
of
up,
the
wait,
water,
and report ready. Line up, and we'll go with your ring on home, Mike.
to swell and solidify, which blocks water flowing through it, and even a regeneration with the salt doesn't release it. So we were initially having very low supply, and then when it regenerated that time, it just started overflowing, and all the salt and stuff was coming out into the yard. So, but look. So we don't have our usual fence clearance for the initial takeoff roll. I do apologise, but I have explained why. So, pillars are still all out of place, and there is construction vehicles parked just where the pillars usually are, and there's a stop-go system that side. You can actually every now and then in the distance you might be able to hear the little steamroller they use on the road over there.
28 right, clear for takeoff, your rings, 5 Mike.
So Martin, I have no clue. I know the water treatment facility in Dunshaughlin has had ongoing issues, like I said, for the last 2 months. The area is expanding rapidly, but for some reason, apparently their own filter systems keep shutting down, and the village is without water for a day or two at a time. So, God knows.
Ryanair 15 Delta Yankee, taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait.
November 2, we need 30 seconds for the guide right now, 15 Delta Yankee.
That's fine, sir. Continue and report ready.
Will do, thank you.
Tom? Hello? Cowboy's dead. Yeah. Ruby, hello. Dave Flynn, welcome to you too. So that's the reason why I had to cancel Monday. I do apologise. I needed to get that at least stopped overflowing before I went to work on Monday evening. And
Right now, 15 Delta Yankee, we are ready.
Martin, to keep on the cowboy trend, the water softener we got installed 5 years ago, it's a Pentair 255 740, whatever it is. Anyway, has the Autotrol 255 on the top, which is meant to have a built-in bypass. And they didn't install it. So I had no way of bypassing it without turning off the mains water. Now, done a little research, and there's valves that are actuated by cams on the top of the water softener, and one of them is a bypass for when it's regenerating. So I managed to hold that open temporarily to bypass, so at least we have water, because otherwise we'd have no water and they're not going to get to me for a week.
Ryanair 15 Delta Yankee, we're now fully ready.
Rob,
Ryanair 15 Delta Yankee, 240 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. Clear takeoff to the right, Ryanair 15 Delta Yankee, wait. Shamrock 5 November Papa, line up runway 2 and right and wait.
November 2 right, wait, Shamrock 5 November Papa.
where are you? Michael, welcome. Ernie, hello.
Shama 5, November, Papa. The wind is 240 degrees at 9 knots. Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Thanks, Ian. Clear takeoff 28 right. Shamrock 5, November, Papa. Bye.
Martin, it's there. I just have it turned off temporarily. I can turn it back on if you want. You know yourself, I don't, as per our discussion, it's not really something I put much thought into, but if you want I can turn it back on temporarily for you. So you would have seen Brian Casey rallying planes. We had a Australian Air Force MAX 8 BBJ in for a couple of days. That left yesterday morning at 9 a.m. on to Riga, Australian head of state, doing a European tour. We also had one of the, is it the 321? Luftwaffe German Air Force A321 in yesterday for the German Chancellor's visit. It was only in for 6 hours in and out. Etihad flight is returning to Abu Dhabi, turned around Qatar. Wow. Maria, hello. Merch needed. You know my opinion on that. I created that purely because I was asked to, and I don't put much thought into it myself. So I don't mean I don't put much thought into it. I don't see the necessity for it, is what I mean. But yeah, if you want me to turn it on, I can. There's no stress. Pratt & Whitney in Montreal, is it? Made an announcement during the week that they've signed a deal with Emerald Airlines, so our ATRs here at Dublin, for the ATR Pratt & Whitney engines. They've signed a 5-year maintenance deal for the Emerald ATRs to be maintained between Singapore and Montreal. Maintenance bases for their engine work. So there you go. Imagine they'd have to do some amount of hopping with the ATRs to get to them spots, unless they just take the engines off wing and transport them individually, but yeah. Niall, afternoon. Geraldo, welcome back as well. We have an AA on taxi. We also have an Aer Lingus A330 behind that AA, I believe. Let's see. get a better view down the end of the road here.
Ryanair 8 Lima Victor, taxi November 2, hold short 28 right and report ready.
United triple.
November 2, hold short 28 right, will Ryanair 8 Lima Victor.
Nathan. Hello. And Philip. How do? Right. It's currently raining in and around, I'm going to guess, Ashbourne/North County Dublin, as you can see in the distance. That's where those showers are moving from left to right in the distance there. Nasty looking sky. Showed you a cloud, missed the AA. Typical. Anyway. Tom, thank you very much. Tom is after gifting 5 memberships to the Spotters Club. Much appreciated. Anthony in Birmingham, afternoon to you. So yeah, we're using the spot here just on the side of the road. It's a little kind of hill. It doesn't perfectly clear the fence line, but at least they're rotated by the time they get to us, so we will get a good view. But this is the spot where all the others film from when there's something special in, and I'll be down there where that
yeah, I'm going to
red truck is.
Way to it, right, sir.
And all they do is they get a close-up of the buns of steel while Dubjet's on the roof.
Just secure now. We're fully ready. Line up and wait to it, right, Ryanair 8 Lima Victor. 8 Lima Victor, great stuff. 260 degrees, 9 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye. Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Ryanair 8 Lima Victor. Thanks, line out. American 133, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short of 28 right, American 133.
Shamrock 13 Juliet, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. Taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right, Shamrock 13 Juliet.
Ryanair to Prague lined up. Then the AA triple to DFW, followed by the Aer Lingus A330 to Boston. Yeah, we'll see. So I have, in theory, got the green light from Weston for the weekend for the Bray air display. But if the platform isn't usable, there is no point because I need to be able to clear the fence.
American
So
133,
we'll
line
see.
up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up and wait, 28 right, American 133.
I could technically attempt to get it fixed tomorrow. It's only just a case of re-securing
Starlink gate 11, taxi November 1.
2 or 3 bits of it at the back there. It's not the front that's the problem, it's the back that seems to have warped. But obviously, for Weston, I would need the platform. So I might risk it and we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Once it's not meant to be mad windy or anything like that, I should be alright. But yeah. Philip. Oh yeah, Philip, yeah, no, I know that I've, over the last, 3.5 years,
runway 28 right, clear for
I've
takeoff.
tried everything.
Take off 28 right, American
I have
133.
a proper cover that you can use the camera in the rain. Those hot shoe ones are great if the rain is falling straight down, but because it's Dublin and it's always windy, it's always driving sideways and they're useless then at that point. I also have a large umbrella holder mounted to the tripod leg, but when it's windy again, all it does is shake the camera like that, the whole tripod. Yeah, Franks, the heat seems to have warped a couple of the boards at the back there. And I'd just be mindful that if I step on it, the way the screws are still held in, they might not stay held, and I don't want a board coming off while I'm driving, so. So if you have a look at the back of it there, you can see the tree in that corner have bowed up. So there's a bottom frame, which you can see at the very front there, which is mounted on to the crossbars. And then these top boards are secured down with multiple screws into the bottom frame. And it's just at the back there, it seems to have lifted over the last week.
Take off runway 28 right, Shamrock 132. Shamrock 11 Tango, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. November 1, hold short, 28 right, Shamrock 11 Tango.
Aer Lingus A330 to Boston.
Starlink 811, line up runway 28 right, remains 2 minutes for wake separation.
David, welcome along.
Line up in white runway 28 right.
Ben, you're on FR1958 at 1320. Have you got a window seat on this side, the Alpha side?
Shamrock 2 Echo Mike, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. Taxi November 1, hold short 28 right, Echo Mike.
Learjet next via November 1. Note about it on radar. No bother, Ben. Safe flight. We're here anyway. We will get you. Graham, hello. And Gary, welcome back as well.
Starlink 811, 270 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Take off 28 right, Starlink 811 today.
Starlink 811 is the call sign. Nice. You can just about see it in the distance there.
Shamrock 11 Tango, line up runway 28 right and wait. Line up 28 right and wait, Shamrock 11 Tango.
Froggy gun. EI117 to Washington, and then an A320 to Manchester.
Departure for Starlink Gate 11.
Starlink Gate 11, 132.580, please.
5580, Starlink Gate 11, tip.
Shamrock 11 Tango, 260 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Takeoff 28 right, Shamrock 11 Tango, bye-bye now.
DNR Rail, welcome back. United triple just about to join this November taxiway. I almost said Sierra.
Shamrock 2 Echo Mike, line up runway 28 right, wait.
Line up 28 right, wait, Echo Mike.
Anyone know what happened to Qatar last night? Didn't go out, pushed back and then went off radar.
Shamrock 5,
Don't know whether you've seen, but the Qatar, Emirates and Etihad all pushed at the same time. But obviously only two of them departed. Fighting with the breeze, and I'm not even on the roof. Look. Huh? ERB.
Shamrock 2 Echo Mike, 270 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear for takeoff 28 right, Shamrock 2 Echo Mike.
So, Aer Lingus A320 to Manchester.
United 22, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 2, short of 28 right, United 22 heavy.
Shamrock 2, 5 to Victor, line up runway 28 right, wait.
Runway 28 right, Shamrock 5 to Victor.
November 2 departure for this 320, I think it is, off to Paris. Then we should have the United triple.
Victor, 250 degrees, 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear for takeoff 28 right, Shamrock 5 to Victor, thanks, good day.
United 22, line up runway 28 right, advice.
Line up 28 right at November 2 and wait, United 22.
So 320 to Paris. Oh, long run. So again, you can see the difference between the light while they're on the ground versus in the air. Have to kind of have a little happy medium between the two, otherwise it'll be really dark when they're on the ground.
United 22, 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
28 right, clear for takeoff, United 22.
777 from November 2 as well. Nice. Not full length for today's United. back to Newark. Look at the smoke it's throwing out. Antonovs will be proud of you.
Jensen 84 uniform, taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Taxi November 2, lining up runway 28 right and waiting, Chipstone 8464.
That rain firmly planted to the north now.
Jensen 40 Delta, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 2, hold short 28 right, Jensen 40 Delta.
ATR and a froggy by the looks. John, check it in from near EWR. Anyone heading to Bray on Saturday? So Ford, like I said, I did mention it a few weeks ago, I have reached out to Weston and it seems like they're happy for me to film all the aircraft that will be taking part in Bray departing and landing back at Weston after their slot times in the air show. But it's just a matter of
Jensen 84 uniform.
if I don't have the platform,
runway 28
can't
right,
do it. So we'll see what happens.
Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Chipstone 84 uniform. Bye-bye.
Will could be out helping me carry out repairs tomorrow.
Ryanair 43
He doesn't know
Delta
it yet,
Tango,
though.
taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
So taxi number 1 and all short runway 28 right, and put 3 Delta Tango.
Jensen 40 Delta, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up 28 right and wait, Jensen
So
40 Delta.
ATR to Bristol, then Donegal. And then our froggy is off to Northolt.
Georgia 723.
Georgia 723, would you turn holding?
Thank you, good afternoon sir. Taxi November 1 please, hold short of runway 28 right.
Taxi November 1, hold short of 28 right, Georgia 7.
Speed per date Echo Romeo, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short 28 right, good day, Romeo.
Martin, you absolutely, anyone can. You won't get, obviously. So there is a fence very similar to the one here at Dublin Airport at Weston. You are allowed into the car park, no bother, and up as close as the fence, but that's it. So last year they had a little area put by for the van that I was able to park at and was going to use the platform, but then very kindly they invited us airside and we were able to film right off the taxiway, so we'll see how it goes. I have till Saturday to get it sorted, so twisting you. It's off. Little angry wasp. Gonna be a dead wasp now in a minute if we don't go out.
Jensen 42 Delta, hello again, the wind now 270 at 8, max 15, runway 28 right, you are clear, take off, bye bye.
2 take off 28 right, Jensen 42 Delta. Goodbye now.
Air 43 Delta Tango, hello again from November 1 line up to 8 right and wait. Small delay in the runway before departure.
Understood via November 1 and line up and wait, runway 28 right, and F3 Delta Tango. Stop.
That would help.
Ben, we see you there, lined up at the bottom of the runway, all right? There you are there. ATR to Donegal. Now you know why this spot is called Crotch End. Haven't seen wasps all summer. Not once. And they're everywhere the last 2 days. So, safe travel to Ben. He's on FR 1958 to
hello,
Nice.
taxi November 2 and hold short to 8 right.
Unfortunately, he's the other side of the aircraft.
28 right, 1 Charlie Kilo.
But it's a 737-800 he's on. Martin, it's the exact same reason why I
Go
won't
ahead
do
there,
it.
sir.
What's the tower frequency? We seem to have had a mix with the box.
Sorry, say that again.
The frequency for the tower, Stephen 8 Echo Romeo.
Echo Romeo, sir, you are with me, Tower. I just changed positions. You're still with me.
Alright, sorry, I thought we'd come back to ground.
No, I'm jack of all trades here, but you're on the right frequency.
Thank you very much.
Hunter, how do?
Jackie of all trades.
Actually, of all trades,
From
I'll take that.
EDDF, that's Frankfurt. Obviously, the public transport side of things, Martin, has nothing to do with Bray. They can't control it.
280 with 10 with a max of 15, runway 28 right. You are clear to take off. Bye bye.
If takeoff 9285 on F1 speed as a tango, thanks, bye.
Bye bye.
Ben, clear to take off. Safe flight, Ben. But yeah, the public transport side of it, getting into and out of Bray, has historically been a nightmare, so not a fan.
This 1 Charlie Kilo from November 2, line up to 8 right and wait.
From November 2, line up and right, runway 28 right, Swiss 1 Charlie Kilo.
Jet 723 from November 1, line up to 8 right and wait. Your number 2 for departure. I have traffic with a slot today to depart ahead from an intersection.
Roger that. November 1, lining up and holding. Number 2 for departure, Jet 723.
5 Hotel Alpha, hello. You've got 3 departures ahead. You want to continue on to November 1?
Thank you, November 1, taxi, Shamrock 5 Hotel. November 1, down short 28 right, Shamrock 5 Hotel.
I'm going to Mike. Follow the company, hello, and hold short at 28 right.
Hello, follow the company ahead to hold short 28 right, November 1, Shamrock 1 Mike.
Shamrock 961, hello, follow the company ahead and hold short 28 right.
Follow the company ahead, hold short 28 right.
Shamrock 4 Romeo with hello, follow the company ahead and hold short 28 right.
Follow the company ahead, short 28 right.
Jonathan,
welcome. Swiss 1 Charlie Kilo, the wind now 270 at 10 with a max of 17, runway 28 right. You are clear to take off, bye bye.
Right, 28, clear for takeoff, goodbye, Swiss 1 Charlie Kilo.
Swiss 321 Neo to Zurich. I think that particular controller's voice is very distinguishable. It's It's always very clear when she's on, and she's always really, really happy. It's good to see, though, someone that enjoys their job. In the modern world, that's a rare thing. Early turn from the Swiss. So, Froggy to Northolt is lined up at the top of the runway now, I believe. Yes. Paul, how do?
Jet 723 to wind 270 at 12, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
Clear to take off, runway 28 right, Jet 723 right.
Beaver Date Echo Romeo, line up 28 right and wait.
Line up and wait, 28 right, Beaver Date Echo Romeo.
Obviously, when we're here, Ruby, we only hear a handful of the frequencies, and especially the way I do it, I'll only have the one frequency on at a time because it's already on enough in the background that I keep talking over it. But they do, as they work through the day, they rotate through their positions. So they could have a stint on ground north, a stint on ground south, north, tower, all moving around during the day so they're not stuck in the one position. Wait and see the height of this. Watch. Look how high that is. Like, the camera's pointing straight up at the sky. I think it's British Airways next to Heathrow. Someday we'll get a wave. Someday.
Beaver Date Echo Romeo, thanks for your patience. Wind 26013, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
Clear take off, 28 right, Beaver Date Echo Romeo, bye.
Camera 5 Hotel Alpha, line up 28 right and wait.
Clear to line up away, 28 right, Camera 5 Hotel Alpha.
Ryanair 60 Lima Kilo, hello, taxi right, turn on to November 1 and hold short at 28 right.
Right turn on November, hold short, 28 right, Ryanair 62 Lima Kilo.
Again, the BAs are loving their early turn. We've seen that directly underneath on the last stream.
Shamrock 5 Hotel Hotel Alpha, the wind is 250 at 11 with a max of 17, runway 28 right. You are clear to take off, bye bye.
Sure, take off 28 right, Shamrock 5 Hotel Alpha.
Shamrock 10 Mike, from November 1 line of 28 right on wait.
Aer Lingus to Malaga next. So even though it was mad cloudy the last 2 days, yesterday was one of the warmest days in weeks here at the airport. It was 26, 27, just near 27 degrees, even with the overcast conditions we have. And it's still quite warm today. It's probably hovering around 21, 22. Can't imagine what it would be like if there was no cloud. Got us a convoy.
And Shamrock 10 Mike, the wind 250 at 15 knots. Runway 28 right, you are clear to take off, bye bye.
Anne-Marie, I will be here till about 5 o'clock, so if it departs before then, we should see it.
And Shamrock 961 from November 1 line of 28 right.
Liberator, how do? Michael, welcome back. I have to admit, I did go out yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning? Or no, Monday morning. And stand in the drizzle for a little while. Just like, oh, it's nice. And then it looks like we've a bucket of rain coming for the weekend, a low pressure system. So I'll be moaning about it by then.
Shamrock 961 on line up the wind 260 at 13 runway 28. You are clear to take off, bye bye.
Oh, sorry.
Bye-bye.
That did Haviland. Yes, if I am doing Bray from Weston, I will be there for that, obviously, yes.
Shamrock 4 Romeo Whiskey from November 1 line up 28 right and wait, you will get time on the runway for wake.
Line up runway 28 right now, Shamrock 4 Romeo.
Similar to last year, the display itself, the air show, kicks off at 3. So I went live last year, I think around 2:15, 2:30, just to get obviously the first aircraft departing from Weston. But again, it all depends on whether I can get the platform sorted or not, because I need to be able to clear the fence line this year.
Ryanair 46 Yankee Zulu, hello, continue taxi November 1 and hold short of the
Does absolutely look like it's raining the other side of the airport and towards the city currently. I'm alright for the moment.
Yellow, taxi November 1 and hold short of 28 right.
November 1, hold short, 28 right, Shamrock 1.
If it does rain, it'll be a temporary deployment of Dubrella.
And Shamrock 4 Romeo Whiskey, we are just on 2 minutes.
Still.
Now, the wind 260 at 11 with a max of 17, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
You can see it's gotten darker in the last couple of minutes.
Ryanair 60 Lima Kilo from November 1 line up to 8 by downways.
By November 1, line up runway 28 right and wait, run 60 Lima Kilo.
Gary, Packmate, welcome back.
Ryanair 1 Tango Quebec, hello to you. Taxi right turn on to November 1 and hold short at 28 right.
Right turn into November 1 to hold short 28 right, Ryanair 1 Tango Quebec, good day.
United 981, hello, you're going to follow that outbound Ryanair on your right hand side. Follow him on to November 1 and behind him hold short at 28 right. United 981, you're going to be departing from November 1 now behind that Ryanair.
Okay, copy, we'll follow him out from November 1, 28 right, and 901.
American 725, hello, follow United on to November 1 and hold short at 28 right.
Okay, follow United to November 1, hold short 28 right, American 725.
There's the nastiness over that side, Ella. No, thank you. Send it
Ryanair
away.
60 Lima, correction, Ryanair 60 Lima Kilo. The wind is 260 at 13, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
Runway 28 right, clear takeoff, Ryanair 62 Lima Kilo, thank you.
Ryanair 46 Yankee Zulu from November 1, line up to 8 right downway.
By November 1, line up and wait, runway 28 right, Ryanair 46 Yankee Zulu.
Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo, hello. Just reference that slot. Are you ready and reaching November 2?
We're not quite ready yet. We'll advise Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo.
Okay, hold it Neptune, advise when you're ready to depart.
Hold Neptune, will do. Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo.
Ryanair 46 Yankee Zulu. The wind is 260 at 11 with a max of 17, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Ryanair 46 Yankee Zulu, right.
Martin in Belfast, thank you very much and welcome to the channel.
From November 1, line up away from 28 right, Shamrock 1.
So Ryanair for Birmingham.
Hello, Gilliman for Chicago, just for information. What's our sequence number?
Let me get back to you. Everyone ahead, so that's 6,
What's your
7.
sequence? The
Okay,
queue.
Roger. Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo, fully ready.
Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo, thank you, taxi November 2 and hold short of 28 right.
November 2 to hold short 28 right, Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo.
KLM 1140, when that Ryanair lines up from November 2, continue taxi November 1 and hold short of 28 right.
Behind the Ryanair, continue November 1 and hold short 28 right, KLM 1140.
KLM 1140, firm, when that Ryanair on your left lines up from November 2. I have to get him out ahead of the heavies with a slot.
Roger, when they line up, we can continue to number 1, kind of 1 please.
Shamrock 16 Yankee to wind 260 with 11 with a max of 17, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye.
Clear to take off from my 28 right, Shamrock 16 Yankee, bye.
Seymour, welcome back.
Ryanair 1 Tango Quebec from November 1 line up to 8 right on ways.
Wait to 28 right, by November 1, Ryanair.
Aer Lingus to Heathrow next. Gary, rumour has it we've added something to the water, but I will neither confirm or deny. Might not be escaping that rain, we'll see.
And Ryanair 1 Tango Quebec, wind is 270 with 15, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye.
Ryanair to Malaga, and then the United Dreamliner to Chicago. It's a shame the pillars were blocked, because with the wind the way it currently is, arrivals could have been interesting. I've had a few points.
Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo from November 2 line up to 8 right and wait.
By November 2 line, freight runway 28 right, Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo.
United 981 from November 1 line up to 8 right and wait. Your number 2 for departure. Ryanair lining up ahead from an intersection.
Good copy, line up and wait 28 right, that's at November 1, United 981.
Breeze really doing its thing now, as you can probably hear. United, AA Dreamliner landing southside in those winds. Intersection from Ryanair to Barcelona first before the United.
270 at 17, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
Clear for takeoff 28 right, Ryanair 4 Whiskey Kilo.
So an intersect departure is basically a departure that uses anything other than full length. And in this case, the Ryanair joined at November 2 in front of the United, down at November 1.
Shamrock 60 Golf, follow, taxi November 1 and hold short of 28 right.
November 1, hold short of 28.
Obviously, it decreases the amount of available runway for the departure if they were to use November 2. But once it's inside their takeoff figures, they're okay. We've seen ATRs depart from Sierra 3 on reverse ops on the south side sometimes. almost using
United 981,
less than half of the runway nearly.
290 at 19, runway 28 right, you are clear, take off, bye bye.
Take off.
Falvey, welcome along. Again, folks, these are all most welcome. I do apologise. I have explained why I cancelled Monday, postponed it to today.
And 28 right, American 725.
This is a United Dreamliner to Chicago.
Ryanair 4 Juliet Tango behind the Shamrock, taxi November 1 and hold short 28 right.
Yeah, the Shamrock taxi number 1 and all day right, Ryanair, budget thing 1.
So when we're facing this way, we are pointing the lens hood directly into the wind direction, and that's what's catching the camera. Each gust is just sort of trying to lift the lens hood a little bit. However, if I take it off, the glare will be even worse, so definitely getting darker. AA to Charlotte next, 777-200.
American 725 to wind 280 at 16 with a max of 22. Runway 28 right, you are clear, take off, bye bye now.
You're right, clear for takeoff, see American 725.
Oh Tom, I don't, the odd time I'll mention it, but
KLM
I'm not
from November 1 line
out there
right and wait, you will get
banging on about it. I don't.
November, line up away to
If someone likes the channel, they can do it. If they don't have to. There's no requirements. Not yet, anyway. At some point we'll take a roll call, but yeah. Triple 200. Hopefully the noise as they go past here will be nice. The breeze is kind of carrying the noise back towards us after they go by, so you can see the sky starting to brighten up from that side again, so we'll be able to adjust in a few minutes once the other end of the runway gets that little bit brighter. KLM next to Amsterdam. The dark cloud moving in over this side. It does look like it's raining over there. Mr. Airport in South Carolina, ooh, welcome. So KLM Wookie to AMS, a 195 E2 Embraer. Kiarka, welcome, hope you're well. Ado, I don't know whether I said hello.
And KLM 1140, thanks for your patience also. The wind 280 at 19, runway 28 right, you are clear, take off, bye bye.
Just take off runway 28 right, KLM 110.
Shamrock 60 Golf from November 1 line up to 8 right and wait.
And November 1 line up away 28 right, Shamrock 60 Golf.
Tom, I'm more of a rubber hammer for the glass nails kind of fella, but yeah. Ado, the pillars are still out of position and there's a load of construction vans parked in there. They've also a stop-go system on the road, so they could be using it as a lay-by for the the road lane equipment. That's maybe why the pillars are moved. But there's a full stop-go system on that road over there today. Well, they're resurfacing in parts. Hence why I came around here. Sorry, the wind was just a little bit too much that time. Raining in Glasnevin. Thanks, Ringmaster. I can see it moving across. Yeah, it's moving towards the coast though, so it's moving west to east currently, which means I should be safe once there's none behind me, which there isn't currently. But give it time. Again, you can actually see the inbound aircraft is flying through rain. Look, the fence is going to mess with us here, but you can see they are flying through the rain on the south side of the airport. So, chasing the Wookiee is Mel and Aer Lingus A3220. 320, yes. To Amsterdam as well. Work from home is dry. Thank you.
7016 Max 24, runway 28, right. You are clear to take off, bye bye.
Clear to take off 28, right. Max 60, go for it.
Ryanair 4 Juliet Tango from November 1 line of 28 right and wait.
From November 1, line up and wait 2 right, Ryanair 4 Juliet Tango.
Ryanair to Gatwick already lined up. I think it's Gatwick.
Ryanair 4 Juliet Tango to wind 270 at 14 with a max of 20. Runway 28 right. You are clear to take off. Bye bye.
So,
Yes, photograph 28 Ryanair 4 Juliet Tango, thank you.
Gary, the pillars are what we christened those big stone blocks that we stand on when we're streaming from that spot down by Sierra 5. You'll actually see them on Google Street View if you go onto the R108 Port Mellick. They're big blocks to block the gateway from being used for anything, but the tripod fits on a handful of them perfectly, and you can stand there, which gives you a clear view over the fence line, and we just nicknamed them the pillars. Again, you can see now in the distance the rain on the approach path. Once that clears, this end will brighten up a little bit and we should get a better view of them. If I adjust the camera to make that end brighter currently, by the time they pass us here, it'll be like a whiteout. So Rebel, welcome, and Patricia, hello to you. Hope you're well, Patricia.
716 Romeo Charlie, hello, taxi November 2,
J.R.
line up
Clark.
to 8 right on wait.
How do you do?
Taxi November 2, line up at Wayne Primary 28 right, 716 Romeo Charlie, good afternoon.
So Gary, no, when they are moving them, they bring a JCB along to either drag them or lift them slightly. But for us, they're perfect because they're literally right at the Sierra 5 taxiway, and they provide just enough to clear the fence line, which is what you need. Because other than that,
Romeo Charlie on line up the wind 27016 with a max of 24, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
without that spot, we'd only have the mound or here. And the mound, while you get a great view of the actual touchdown, you see nothing else.
You come back to me when you're ready to go.
And you only see the touchdown if there isn't any trucks or buses going by. We're not really spoiled with locations around the airport itself. Hence why Dub van was bought to clear the fence line with the platform. So Tom, I use the platform I have on the van roof without issue. I never park on the fence side though, always the other side of the road.
Taxi November 2, hold short 28 right, Air Transat 231.
Oh.
Tower 6 Romeo Charlie, we're pretty ready for departure.
1016 Romeo Charlie, thank you. The wind 27016, Max 24, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
Clear take off, runway 28, right, 6 Romeo Charlie, goodbye.
It appears he's claiming the tower by weeing on it. Mine now. Yeah, we and man got an upgrade, huh?
Air Transat 231 from November 1 line up to 8 right and wait.
Okay, from November 2, line up 28 right, Air Transat 231.
Apologies, you're right. November 2 and line up to 8 right and wait. Small delay in the runway before departure.
Roger, we checked the delay and November 2.
Yeah, Freddie,
and,
not with
wait,
these ones.
28 right, Air
So
Transat 231.
you can see where the iron was cast into them when they were originally put down, but all those mounts have broken. So I have been there. You were there with me one day live when they were asking me to move, if you remember, and they just literally used the bucket of a JCB to push them out of the way. Fernando in Brazil, welcome. Be interesting to see what they were doing there. Have they got a new toy they're training with, maybe?
and Tower Air Transit 231. Just to be advised, we're not going to make the DW 991, 4,000 feet. We're showing 3460.
That's no problem. That's been passed on.
Roger.
Air Transat to Toronto lined up, saying they won't make the height restrictions at one of the waypoints.
Air Transat 231, thanks for your patience. The
On
wind
their
now
SID.
270 at 14 with a max of 21, runway 28 right. You are clear. Take off. Bye bye.
Clear, take off 28 right. So long, Air Transit 231.
Woody, welcome. Tom, hello. I do miss our close-up view of Unit from Friday. That bull that was in the field in front of us. But sure, look. So 321 Neo for Air Transat. This end has brightened up significantly, so I am going to have to adjust. It will make the initial takeoff roll that little bit darker.
Good afternoon. The 449 Charlie with you.
November 449 Charlie, hello to you, Dublin Tower North. QNH here is 1011. Understand you're routing to Kilcullen?
Yes, please. Crossing a possible outdoors direct with ideal 49 Charlie.
November 449 Charlie, okay. Cross runway 28 right and hold
Look at that
west
sky.
in the tower. The wind here is 270 at 13, max 20.
Thanks, there's a lift. Crossing 20 right, holding orbit 2 left. If you have control there, 49 Charlie.
Oh, I knew you were coming out to
November
play.
449 Charlie, you're now clear to cross runway 28 left also.
Thank you. Clear cross 28 right and 28 left, 49 Charlie.
Do-diddle-dee-doo.
Air Transit 231, switching over to departure.
Okay, do you have the frequency?
Roger.
November 449 Charlie, thank you. Contact Dublin Tower site on 118.6.
That's right now, 186, thanks, 49 Charlie, bye-bye.
From 24 Charlie Echo, hello, taxi November 2 and line up to 8 right and wait.
Taxi November 2, line up and wait, runway 28 right.
Normally they hold over the tower to get clearance
Hello
for the
there.
south runway, but maybe they were given both at the same time. From one Tom to another. Greetings. They're multiplying. Posty on taxi, GPO. It's an ATR.
Gemstone 24
Off to
Charlie
Glasgow.
Echo and line up. The wind is 270 at 12 with a max of 20. Runway 28 right, clear takeoff and remain on frequency.
When they go runway 28 right, will remain on this frequency, Gemstone 24 Charlie Echo.
Rest 15, hello, speed November 1, hold short of 28 right.
Hello, Tower, please remember 1 post short.
Just a sweeping view of Dublin Airport. Yeah, Michael, already explained, can't use the platform today.
Right, there'll be a runway inspection before departure.
Roger, continue taxi to November 1 and hold short off runway 28 right to Ryanair 5151. Good afternoon.
So, like I was mentioning, it'll be interesting with these
Taxi
ATRs.
15 from November 1 and to runway
Their engine
28
maintenance
right
with
before
Pratt &
runway
Whitney
vacated.
to be carried out in Singapore or Montreal. So again,
Apologies, I'll
Michael,
get
just
them
maybe you
again,
weren't
you
here,
know.
you can see on the platform the back 3 boards have lifted. I don't want to risk loosening them any further before I get a chance to secure them back down. So I'm going to stand here on this little hill today instead.
Thank you. From 24 Charlie Echo, you can change over to radar now.
Down we get 13252, just to do Charlie Echo. Good evening.
EI
Bye-bye, we'll
sweep.
talk to you soon.
Pegasus on taxi. Ryanair just lining up as well. Ryanair will be going to Glasgow behind the ATR. We have Circumference on pushback for Exeter. Pegasus to Istanbul. An A330 to Orlando. And the Nashville and Windsor XLRs are online now as well.
November 1 line up to 8 right on wait, runway inspection in progress.
November 1 line up and wait to runway 28 right and copy the runway inspection right now.
Yeah, it is a very dark cloud, isn't it? Look at that. Thankfully, it missed me. No bother, Michael. Like I said, I don't want to risk. Obviously, you could stand up there and not have a problem because you're standing on it. But then when I go to drive, I may have loosened 1 or 2 of the screws too much. And I don't want to send a board through someone's windscreen behind me, so I'm not going to take the risk. Dirty sky, look at that.
Taxi 15, thank you for that. Hold short of 28 right and back to ground north on 125885. Cheers.
Probably short of runway 28 right and ground 12588. Thank you.
Ryanair 5151 on line up the wind 25012, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
If I take off for 828 right, Ryanair 517, bye bye.
Sunturk 1158, hello, taxi November 2 and hold short of 28 right.
Taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right, Sunturk 1158, hello.
Hello.
Tom, more than one. Emirates is online now for pushback, thank you.
Sunturk 1158 at November 2, line up to 8 right and wait.
That's November 2, line up, runway 28 right, Sunturk 1158.
Sunturk 1158, the wind is 250 at 12, runway 28 right. You are clear, take off, bye bye.
Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Sunturk 1158, thank you, bye bye.
Bye bye now.
Patricia joining in, huh? He's got a few. So mean. Karka, China Eastern should have left around 11. I imagine it's gone. Pegasus 737 to Istanbul next. And there's our 330 to Orlando. So if you're not normally here, normally we are higher than the fence using the platform on the van. That's why people are saying I'm lower today than I normally am.
C3 there, good afternoon again. You ready for departure?
Hey, first, that's 330.
C2, thank you. Taxi November 2, line up from 828 right.
Taxi November 2, line up from 828 right, that's 330.
It could be a stumpy stream, yeah? And it could turn into a humpy stream when I get annoyed and leave. So, our ATR is EIFAT circumference. Going to be heading to Exeter. Just head on with Eddie going to Orlando.
Tower, good afternoon. Helicopter 145 uniform Andona, ready for departure, direct null.
Just hold positions open, please. Traffic taxi to get airborne. First, I'll call you back.
Teletractor? Another one?
Simpson C3 Sierra surface wind check 260 degrees 13. We'll make 28 right clear for takeoff. Bye bye.
We'll make 28 right clear for takeoff, Jet 330, thanks.
Mark 12 Whiskey, good afternoon again. Taxi straight ahead, please. November 1. From November 1, line up from 828 right and wait.
Taxi straight ahead, November 1, from November 1, land from Wait from 828 right, Shamrock 12 Whiskey.
So all going to plan, folks. We should have our Friday stream as normal, and then we assess what happens at the weekend with Weston. I have to get in touch with them and see what the story is. The air display starts around 3 p.m. Irish time on Saturday. So I'd be aiming to go live from about maybe 2:15 or 2:30 if I'm going to be there. Let's see what happens.
Shamrock 12 Whiskey.
Mark 12 Whiskey.
We are showing a touch low at Delta Whiskey 991, maybe 200 or 300 feet. I'm wondering what's an issue.
Oh, that's no problem at all. What I'll do though is I will just advise radar. So once they're prepared, that's no problem at all.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Shamrock 12 Whiskey.
And November 145 uniform. You can advise airborne from Andona. The wind here is 250 degrees 12 knots, and you are cleared up towards Rush and Skerries. Please call me airborne routing towards Rush, not above 1,000 feet. QNH 1011 hectopascal.
1011 hectopascals will advise airborne and understand towards Scary for 145 uniform.
Yeah, there'll be a touch low due to a technical problem. Yes. I'm not the only one. Oh, we could have Matt on stream on Saturday if all goes to plan. Rush to be scary. Scary. obviously the aircraft that are displaying in Bray on Saturday will be part of the Rush Air Show on Sunday as well.
Tower Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo, fully ready. November 145 uniform and donut departing.
Can you say again, please?
November 145 uniform is airborne.
Roger, thank you. You are cleared to Rush. Call me approaching Rush.
We'll call approaching Rush 145 uniform.
Quebec 12 Whiskey, wind check 260 degrees 13, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Shamrock 12 Whiskey, thank you.
Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo, good afternoon to you. Taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short 28 right, Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo.
Oh, they're running. They're running. Why are they running? We missed them running? No, we
And
didn't.
November 145 Unison Squawk 0421.
0421,
So, A330 to Orlando. So that's weather cell you can see in the background is what moved over Dublin city centre in the last half hour or so, and probably towards the Wicklow Mountains, but thankfully it's managed to dodge us.
Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo, line up
see
runway 28 right, mate. Enter line up runway 28 right, Ryanair.
The sweeping structure of the clouds over there is class 2, the way the wind is curling it. There is another one that I might not be so lucky to avoid. Let's see.
Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo, 250 degrees 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Another one
takeoff,
over here.
Right, Ryanair 5 X-ray
So it all depends on how the wind carries it. We do have Dubrella ready to deploy up.
November 145 uniform, approaching Rush 1000. Or November 145 uniform, roger, continue on track now to Skerries and report approaching. Roger, on track to Skerries 145.
Ryanair to Newquay. Emirates to Dubai.
November 145 uniform, I have no further traffic to expect. Contact Dublin flight information now at 118.5, please. 118.5 for 145 uniform, bye-bye. Emirates 1 X-ray, taxi November 1, hold short runway 28 right.
Continue to November 1, hold short up to the right, Emirates 1 X-ray, good afternoon. I think I should find out a 947 and see where you live.
Okay, sir, report ready.
947.
Ryanair 9473, we are ready. Ryanair 473, roger, November 2, line up runway 28 right, mate. November 2, line up runway 28 right, Ryanair 9473. Emirates 1 X-ray on reaching November 1, line up runway 28 right, hand wait.
Clear to line up to it right and wait, Emirates 1 X-ray.
So Ryanair to none.
Ryanair 9473, the wind is 250 degrees,
intersect.
13 knots, runway
Emirates
28
going
right, clear
full
for takeoff.
length.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Ryanair 9473.
Natman's welcome, or Natman even. From what I can see, I think the notifications for the channel have been broken for a while, because the last statistic I got is that no one got a notification for the last 3 streams. So it could be a case that you might have to turn the notifications off and back on again. But yeah, according to YouTube, no one's getting the notifications when I go live. But you're here now, so all good. Again, you can see the balance we're having to strike with the light down the different ends of the runway. This end very bright, the line up end very dark, so I can adjust for one, but it won't be perfect for both, if you get me. Emirates sitting behind it.
Emirates 1 X-ray,
Rough looking sky.
240 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear to take off, to it right, Emirates 1 X-ray, thank you, have a good day.
Retreating blade, hello. EK 162. Back to
Yes,
Dubai.
they're parking behind the 777 there, so taxi November 1 please, line up runway 28 right please.
Number 1, runway 28 right, Shark 462, yes.
Shark 977, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. Shark 977, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. November 1, hold short, runway 28 right, Shark 977.
Perfectly timed. Oh, we dodged it, where are we? So Ray says, I have received notifications. Thanks, Ray. And Gary says his did show. Interesting. Abdullah, welcome back. Be still, Ada. Be still.
Taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short of 28 right, Shamrock 168.
Shamrock 46 Juliet, 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Now, I vaguely remember a zoom in on a set of winglets on Sunday morning. And there's gonna have to be a punishment. Just saying.
Shamrock 7 Lima X-ray, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
Taxi November 1, hold short of 28 right, Shamrock 7 Lima X-ray.
Shamrock 9 or 77, line up runway 28 right and wait. Line up runway 28 right, on way to Shamrock 977.
So there's probably going to be a really interesting arrival as Retro departs. Let's see. Or a cloud I have to look at maybe. Who knows? So this end getting dark now. That's worrying.
Shamrock 9 or 77, 250 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye. Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Shamrock 977. Shamrock 168, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up runway 28 right, Shamrock 168.
Shamrock 46 Papa, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
Taxi November 1, hold short runway 28 right, Shamrock 46 Papa.
So EI77, one of the XLRs to Nashville. It's gone very dark. That's definitely rain, isn't it? Blame Adrian.
Shamrock 168, 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
Sec, I'm just prepping now in advance, just in case.
Shamrock 7 Lima X-ray, line up runway 28 right and wait.
28 right, wait, Shamrock 7 Lima X-ray.
A320 Neo to Heathrow. Now, there's... Oh no, look what happened. Oh, there is an aircraft over here.
Shamrock 7 Lima X-ray, 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
Left take off 28 right, Shamrock 7, Emirates, straight away.
I've always been amazed by the queuing process on the taxiway, you know?
Shamrock 46 Papa, line up runway 28 right, mate. Line up and wait, runway 28 right, Shamrock 46 Papa.
I see, I'm not mean.
Ryanair 812, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
Divine, virtuous,
Taxi November 2, hold
majestic,
short, 28
retro,
right, Ryanair 812.
with the cute button nose.
Shamrock 46 Papa, 250 degrees, 16 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Shamrock 46 Papa, bye-bye.
Look at the funky colour the sky is doing over there, look. Almost like a rainbow, but no. Alright, let's drop things a little just to compensate now that retro's gone. Oh, yeah, more sweeping views.
Ryanair 812, line up runway 28 right and base. Line up runway 28 right, Ryanair 812.
Rain. Wow, knew it. Now, we will have slightly one-handed operation just for a few minutes while this shower passes over.
50 degrees at 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. Clear takeoff 28 right, Ryanair 812.
It's not too heavy, but I just don't want to risk getting moisture in on top of things.
Shamrock 989er, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
Taxi November 1, hold short runway 28 right, Shamrock 989er.
Umbrella.
Ryanair 9er Delta Juliet, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. Taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right, 9er Delta Juliet. Shamrock 989er on reaching line up runway 28 right and wait.
On reaching line up, wait runway 28 right and wait Shamrock 989.
Hang on a minute. My one-handed operations are superior. I'm telling you.
Shamrock 9er 250 degrees 16 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
Takeoff runway 28 right, Shamrock 999.
Need to get, I don't know if you've ever seen it, the harness you wear that lets you strap the umbrella to your back. That'd be the job, wouldn't it? Now, I'm going to let this obviously come towards us, but I'm not going to turn into the rain for obvious reasons. I'll adjust the brightness now in a second. So you can see it is raining. Don't know whether you've ever seen on Amazon. I was looking for ideas, obviously something that you could, like that, a harness that you can, it goes over your shoulders and it sits the umbrella down the front of you so it's secure, it doesn't blow away. But if you have a look on Amazon, there's like inflatable bubbles that you can wear while hiking to keep the top half of you dry. And I was like, could you imagine me stood here by the side of the airport with half an inflatable bubble on top and Speedos on the bottom streaming, like it's just... should be good. Obviously, if it comes back, I'll have to put it back up, but we'll be okay for a moment. It is always the case, though, that as soon as I put the umbrella down, it rains again. No, too much. Well, Martin, at least if I fell into a river, I'd be prepared with the Speedos and I'd float. So.
Ryanair 6 uniform, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short of 28 right, Ryanair 6 uniform.
Ryanair to London Luton, lined up. Coaches on taxi. Liverpool on pushback. Brussels on pushback. We have an Aer Lingus A330 going to Toronto. An XLR to Windsor Locks. And a 322 Heraklion.
Ryanair 9 Delta Juliet, 260 degrees at 17 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye. Clear takeoff, 28 right, Ryanair 9 Delta Juliet, bye now.
JD Life, that's exactly what I have. It's great. I actually have two. I have one that you use on a golf trolley, and then I have the other clamp one that you can put on a bike.
Line up runway 28 right.
But when it's windy like it is today, it just does this to the tripod and torments me. And like I said, that's why I went and got the heavy duty camera rain cover that we use during the winter. But it's just too warm for it today. The camera would overheat and shut down. So during the winter when we're streaming in rain, I use the heavy duty rain cover on the camera, obviously because it's cooler, and then I just wear full waterproofs myself, so we don't need the umbrella. But if I was to waterproof everything today with the temperature the way it is, the encoder would start overheating, the camera would start overheating. So manually holding the umbrella in the wind is the only option today.
86 Whiskey, taxi November 2, all short of runway 28 right. November 2, hold short, 28 right, jumps on 86 Whiskey. Gemstone 86 Whiskey, line up runway 28 right, please. Line up 28 right and right, Gemstone 86 Whiskey.
The one thing about streaming, it's always a balance of protecting the equipment, but obviously not hindering what you're showing. Do you know that kind of way? It's really annoying.
To the max of 24, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. For takeoff, direct side, jumps on 86 Whiskey, thanks, fine.
Dub bubble aviation. If we had, like you see with Birmingham and Kevin from Airport Action, if we had a perfect head-on view of the runway where you weren't have to be elevated, you could use one of those small little privacy tents when it's raining to keep you and the camera dry. Just stand in it and film straight down the runway. But because we're side on, if we were to use one here, I imagine the side of the little privacy tent would be blocking the right to left action, or very similarly on arrivals the left to right.
Ryanair 4 Kilo Alpha, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
However, if you had the heavy duty rain cover on the camera and it was only slightly sticking out of the tent and you were in the tent, maybe. Yeah.
Taxi Echo 1, hold short to right, give way to right.
I don't know whether we're going to get the two for it. Oh, we will.
November 1, sir. Yep,
Just
all the way
about
to November 1.
behind the camera there on the left of your screen. Too much in between me and them.
Kilo Alpha, ready to start.
Ryanair 4 Kilo Alpha, roger, line up runway 28 right, mate.
Line up runway 28 right and wait wrong at 4 Kilo Alpha.
It's out there, but just too much greyness and too many poles in the way.
Ryanair 4 Kilo Alpha, 250 degrees, 14 knots with a max of 24. Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
For takeoff, 28 right, cheers, Ryanair 4 Kilo Alpha.
More rain. Where's that coming from?
Shamrock 13 X-ray, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
Taxi November 1, hold short runway 28 right, Shamrock 13 X-ray, hello.
Shamrock 1 Echo November, line up runway 28 right, mate. Let's line up 28 right, Shamrock 1 Echo November.
Ryanair to Liverpool and then our 3:30 to Toronto. Probably should have asked this near enough to the start of the stream, but I presume we are picking up the aircraft sounds okay today. .330 with a moody sky behind it.
Shamrock 1 Echo November, 250 degrees, 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Takeoff 28 right, Shamrock 1 Echo November.
So this is EIDW, formerly based in Manchester, re-registered or put back onto its Irish registration, EIDW, with the closure of the Aer Lingus Manchester base.
Shamrock 1 X-ray, line up runway 28 right, wait 2 minutes for wake separation.
Okay, so line up runway 28 right, Shamrock 1 straight, thanks.
Chancel 72 Victor, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 1, holding short 28 right, Chancel 72 Victor.
So more rain approaching the approach path. This is the approach path coming in, and there's the rain coming at them.
250 degrees, 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear for takeoff 28 right, Shamrock 1 straight, so get in.
Shamrock 448, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. November 1, hold short 28 right, Shamrock 448.
EI 131, an XLR to Windsor
Victor, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up runway 28 right, Chancel 72 Victor.
almost rainbow. Ooh, look at that. Little bit of scud coming down. May.
Chancel 72
Afternoon
Victor
to you.
260 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff 2 right, 7 zone, 72 Victor.
I believe, Munster, there's only 2 A330s in the Aer Lingus fleet, the 2 oldest ones. And that is DAA, EIDA and EIDW. The rest are all 300s.
Taxi November 2 and hold short of runway 28 right. November 2, hold short 28 right, Ryanair 8300.
ATR to Birmingham. Those little drop downs. I always think of lightning when I see that. Also, if lightning does appear, stream done. Paul, welcome to you. So, 320 to Heraklion and then 737 to Brussels. We have a Delta 76 on pushback for Boston. We aim to go for the last TWE 330s, departing just before 5 p.m. today, once the weather doesn't stop us. May, we've already had the odd shower, yes.
Sharma 448, 260 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
You can see them flying through that nastiness now. Inbound.
Ryanair 830 Zulu, line up runway 28 right, that's right. Line up 28 right, and wait, Ryanair 830 Zulu.
Another candidate, maybe, but I think I might be okay. In the distance, though, you can see the dirty all the way out there.
Ryanair 830 Zulu, 260 degrees and 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye. 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Definitely not looking nice on approach currently. There is a plane just above the camera there. Ryanair to Brussels. Munster, chat to you again. nothing ready for departure just yet, as that sail moves its way over the approach path. I'll do what I can. Normally we're that little bit higher and the lampposts don't cause a problem. Ooh, rumble. It's not raining on me. It's only spitting though. So May, the Project Sunrise Qantas A350 ULR ultra long range flew from Toulouse to Melbourne last week for a flight time of 19 hours and I think it was 30 minutes, but they came back yesterday via a longer route, and I think the flight time was 24 hours and 24 minutes. Now, part of me thinks they done that on purpose because it would have been under the 24 hours, except they went around at Toulouse. I imagine that was intentional, maybe a low flyby or whatever, but it would have been under the 24, so I think they wanted to break a record with that flight yesterday and they done it on purpose. So the entire flight time was 24 hours and 19 minutes or 24 minutes, setting a new record obviously.
Rescue 14, proceed November 1, enter 28 right for inspection, perfect case.
From November 1, cleared into runway 28 right, we'll call clear Rescue 14.
And Tom, exactly that. Whatever about being in first class or business class and having your little pod or your little lie flat bed, could you imagine doing that in economy? 24 hours in one of them seats?
Taxi November 1. Line up runway 28 right and wait. Runway inspection in progress.
The vehicle there, thanks for that. November 1, line up 28 right and wait. Shamrock 4 kilo.
So I seen an article there last night, I was reading it, and they were saying that the captains, obviously, on these new Project Sunrise flights will probably be on $350 to $400 per hour, the four-stripe captains. Because obviously they reckon they'll put their most senior on them. There goes the Porsche. So 24 hours in the air at 400 quid per hour. But they're saying that they'll obviously have to recruit more as well, because they'll very quickly max out their permitted flying time.
Rescue 14 is vacated runway 28 right on the November 7th. Conditions still dry and nothing else reported.
Rescue 14, thanks for that, sir. Contact ground 125.885.
He's moved.
Ground 125.885 and hold short runway 28 right. Rescue 14, thanks.
Summer 4 Echo Kilo 240 degrees, 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
Alright, clear for takeoff, Shamrock 4 Echo Kilo, bye.
Shamrock 76 Kilo, do you require full length?
Negative, Shamrock 76 Kilo.
Thanks, sir. To November 2, please. Hold short to 8 right.
November 2, hold short to 8 right, Shamrock, 76 kilo.
A320 to Verona next.
Ready?
76 kilo, line up through 8 right and wait.
Line up runway 28 right and wait, Shamrock 76 kilo.
Got no flop in me sock today.
Shamrock 76 kilo, 240 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, bye-bye, Shamrock 76 kilo.
So they're going to do Sydney to London and Sydney to New York, isn't that the plan? Delta 76 going to be joining the taxiway in a second. A320 to Tenerife. I was eyeballing flights to Tenerife last night myself, thinking about it. Delty, sorry.
Delta 155, taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Right, taxi November 2, line up and wait 28 right, Delta 155 heavy.
Hello, new controller. We've never heard you before. November 2 for the Delta to
Delta
Boston.
155, 250 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
That was the pilot I heard. I was like,
28 right, clear for takeoff, then November 2, Delta 155 heavy.
Why did I think that was the tower for a minute? Yeah. EI dumb. It does look like it's clearing behind me, so hopefully things should brighten up down that end in a few minutes.
Shamrock 78 Lima, do you require full length?
Negative, we can do November 2.
Shamrock 78 Lima, roger, taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait, and it'll be 2 minutes late behind the heavy there for wake separation.
November 2, line up and wait, 28 right, happy wait.
So, in between those last two departures, I did adjust the camera for the brightness down this end. It makes the other end that little bit darker until the cloud cover kind of matches on both sides. But had I not, we wouldn't have been able to see that delta very quickly after it rotated. But you can see the dirtiness down there, look.
Shamrock 77 Charlie, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
Obviously, do say it to me.
Hold short to it right, Shamrock 77
If I can adjust for the best picture, I always will. The OCD gets a hold of me when I'm watching it back. Aer Lingus 320 to Gran Canaria, followed by one to Lanzarote.
Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Shamrock 78 Lima.
Yeah, mate. So I'm on the north runway, but I'm on this little grass verge here beside the road. The platform wasn't going to be used today.
Charlie, line up runway
Just
28
not
right,
happy with the way those boards are looking on the back.
Right, Shamrock 77
There, the way they're lifting. So, like I said, while I'm standing on it, it wouldn't be a problem, but I don't want them coming off while I'm driving home. So I don't want to loosen them anymore. They appear to have kind of bowed upwards with all the heat. Now the screws haven't popped, but I'm not going to encourage them to either.
Jensen 4 Hotel Sierra, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 2, hold short to it right, Jensen 4 Hotel Sierra.
That's platform 2.0. 3.0 I think is going to be a solid piece of marine ply treated to withstand the weather, so there's no gaps in it, but we'll see.
Shamrock 77 Charlie, 240 degrees at 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 28 right, Shamrock 77 Charlie.
Martin, we did for a while, but then a load of people started stealing our videos, so I shut it down.
Jensen 4 Hotel Sierra, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up to right, mate, Jensen 4 Hotel Sierra.
320 to Lanzarote. But I'd be concerned then, if I go for a solid piece of marine ply, I'd be concerned about water pooling in the middle then. But it's marine ply, it should withstand it, but yeah, just a nightmare.
Ryanair 903 Sierra Papa, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
Will help me make that one that's on it now, so I blame his shoddy workmanship.
Jensen 4 Hotel Sierra, 250 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
Take up runway 28 right, Jensen 4 Hotel Sierra, bye.
Well, Freddie, believe it or not, I had a plan a little while ago for a lightweight aluminium grid. Get that made and get it welded to the roof rack as a permanent fixture with little vent holes in it so it doesn't catch the wind. But I imagine that would probably cost a fortune to get custom made. I was thinking then of using, you know, the scaffold walkway metal grids and attaching them.
Ryanair 3 Kilo Lima, taxi November 2, hold short to runway 28 right. Taxi November 2, hold short to 28 right, and that's 2 Kilo Lima.
Like, I know we can make do with the mound or we have the pillars, but for this side, it's literally the only way to get a clear view of the runway is to have that platform. It's the only reason I bought the van. Yeah, Martin, exactly like that, a checker plate that would sit across. So there's 5 struts there on the roof rack. Could have it, whether it be bolted or tacked to it, and at least then it won't hold water. Obviously, I'd probably have to put little anti-slip grips on it. But yeah.
Ryanair 3 Kilo Lima, we need a few more minutes. We're waiting for the cabin.
GRP grid
For
deck.
Ryanair 3
We'll have a
Kilo
look.
Lima, roger.
Thank you.
And Ryanair 13 uniform holding at November, we are ready. Thank you.
So Paul says varnished marine ply and a few strips of skateboard grip tape. That's it, yeah. And obviously, yeah, like I said, would the marine ply over time, would that allow water to pool in the centre of the platform is my only concern. That's the only reason I didn't do it the last time. You could put composite decking on it, I suppose, if I really wanted to, couldn't I?
Ryanair 93 Sierra Papa, the wind is 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. 26 right, clear for takeoff, and then 3 Sierra Papa, thank you very much,
Ryanair to Rome next, FCO.
Ryanair 13 Sierra uniform, taxi November 1, hold short to runway 28 right. Taxi November 1, hold short to 28 right, Ryanair 13 Sierra uniform. 3 Kilo Lima, report ready. Wake up.
Suitable for pits, privates, feet and beyond. No, I'm good. Thanks. Imagine the burn, spraying your netters with deodorant. It's like all sensitive and stuff, you know? And hopefully it's not a roll on, because that's all levels are wrong.
3 Kilo Lima, roger, hold position.
Describe beyond. Yeah. They used chat GPT, they meant behind.
Ryanair 13 Sierra uniform, 240 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. Takeoff, runway 28 right, Ryanair 13 Sierra uniform.
Guy down here made a fishing platform, used marine ply, but it was dangerous when wet, you see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, platform 3.0 will be on, hopefully Dubvan 2.0. I've had all I can take of that one at this stage, so I'm probably going to change it.
28 right and wait. And up and wait, and wait right from that, 3 Kilo Lima.
Obviously,
Echo Romeo, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right. The 2 hold short 28 right, Echo Romeo.
I did sell me car to get that van, and then I was half thinking of going back to a car, but then we'd lose views of this side completely. And while this is grand on occasion, or when it's stormy, we'll always use the ground anyway, just for safety. But when there's something special in, there's nothing nicer than being able to clear that fence line completely and not have to worry about it, you know, that kind of way. And that's what's kind of making me think, because I have the bike, so when I'm not using the van, I'm on the bike the whole time to and from work or whatever.
Lima 240 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
But during the winter, when the bike can't be used, I have to use the van. And I hate bringing that thing to work.
Echo Romeo, line up runway 28 right, wait. Line up right, 28 right, Echo.
Well, believe it or not, I approached that idea because it was something myself and ourselves had discussed previously about getting a camper van and going on tour. So if it could be dual purpose, yeah, fine. But like I said, when I can't use the bike, I do need another form of transport during the winter. Don't want to be driving a camper van to work. I saw you. Anti-bird spikes doing their job.
Shamrock 9
the drone detection system.
November 1, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Clear now, November 1 to hold, to line up runway 28 right, Shamrock 9, Kilo November.
Oh! Oh! Is it Air? EI Air? Tes? The all-green Gulfstream, owned by AirCap Leasing. Their executive jet.
Echo Romeo 250 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. Clear for takeoff, goodbye, Echo Romeo.
Galvanised grate and floor forge walkway. Okay, 104 per unit. You'd only need one panel bolted and straight to the roof rails. Martin, yes, I'm going to write that down. I'm actually going to take a picture of that right now. Thank you. Ideally, something that is bolt on would be perfect, yes? Nil by drilling. This is the all-green Gulfstream. I love this plane. Might be the thumbnail, depending on how well it looks. Too dark. Or at least on my screen it was too dark. I don't know how it turned out for you. AirCap, obviously one of the largest aircraft leasing companies in the world. I believe they signed a deal with Boeing for another 30 Dreamliners at Farnborough. What about a roof tent? Yeah, but I would need to be straight on with the runway then for good views, wouldn't I? Side to side probably wouldn't work. I did think about that, the tent box. You back? You look at you. It's your little mohawk.
Shamrock 9 Kilo November at 260 degrees at 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. For takeoff, 28 right, Shamrock 9.
Jay, welcome, and Edwin, hello to you. Jeffrey, apologies, I didn't say hello. I like the camper idea, but use an electric elevator. Yeah, if you got one of the big proper campers, they have skylights on them. You could stream out through the skylight. Yeah, on windy days the tent would be a concern, yes. Full on Polly Poppins. This is one of the XLRs to Indianapolis. Ado, I think we just have to bite the bullet and buy Dubbus, will we? A tour bus that has openable windows upstairs. Or an open top bus even. Just pry us away from that picture. A big metal plate and astronaut magnet shoes. Maglev boots. Like the Pope mobile, a tent on top, yeah. Freddie, myself and Ado had said that's going to be our retirement job. We're going to buy an open top bus and we're going to call it the Spotting Bus, and there'll be a cafe in the bottom of it and obviously your viewing area upstairs. We could combine the two. Now, talk about perfect timing. The blade is ahead of it, by the looks of it, yeah. Very bad, but approved. That's the motto of this channel. The only thing I'd say to you, you've seen what the parking is like around the airport. I imagine the airport police would be very quick to move you if you were doing something like that. Oh my God. Would you look at this? Like it was foretold. Don't you be stealing my ideas. Open top bus. One of these, spotting area upstairs on the seats, cafe downstairs for coffee and snacks, sell daily tickets, huh? It's mad that we were just talking about one of them and one goes by, isn't it? We are more than happy to spend your money. Yeah, can you imagine? Ruth, do you know the way I bought a van and I sold my Lexus to stand on? Yeah. Well, I'm selling the van and I'm buying a double decker. Right. Okay. She already has me suitcase literally beside the door, ready to go all the time anyway. I know someone actually that runs one of those, you know, the gaming bus that comes to birthday parties and stuff and lets all the kids on board play the consoles on the bus. I must actually ask him. I imagine the insurance is mental. Pretty sure I could convince my father drives for Dublin Bus, so pretty sure I could convince him to drive it for us. Tom. We'll chat to you later. Don't work too hard. So you can see two A330s there. Dublin to LA on pushback, Dublin to Seattle on pushback. We have the Qatar Dreamliner on taxi down runway. Oh, it's not on the runway yet, no. So it's on the Foxtrot outer taxiway. So QR18, Dublin to Doha. Going to be appearing here. There we go.
Temsa 28, Quebec Bravo, taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right, mate. Number 2, line up 2 right, mate, Temsa 28, Quebec Bravo.
I met a lad around the pillars. He was parked in his own double decker. Let us upstairs and we had the ATC over the bus speakers. Class. Yeah, no, definitely it'd be something to do, wouldn't it? The spotting bus. ATC speakers on the upper deck. A flight radar screen.
Bravo, 29 degrees,
side views of the runway,
right,
elevated, nothing in your way.
Take off to right,
And then coffee and snacks downstairs. We're doing it, Ado. We're doing it.
Qatar 69 Tango, taxi November 1, line up runway 28 right, wait.
Ted?
Taxi November 1 and then line up 28 right and wait, 69 Tango.
Good to see you, Ted. 26 months in the Spotters Club. Hope you're well. ATR first to Glasgow.
And Qatar 69 Tango, we got Mr. Ed.
Qatar Dreamliner lining up for Doha. Right. So if you're watching this live stream and you happen to be some form of an investor with loads of money and you want to make two people's dreams really come true, reach out, because we've got an idea that will let you sink loads of money and get nothing out of it. No, I'm only joking. But yeah, no. If there was a lotto win involved, absolutely. I think it would be terrifying. Terrifying. Own your own business. Whoa. Ted. Much appreciated. Ted's after gifting 20 memberships to the Spotters Club.
Qatar 69 Tango, 290 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, thank you, Qatar 69 Tango, bye.
If I win the lotto, you'll get your bus. Thanks, May. Yeah. If there was a lotto win, the cottage would be bought and the Spotters bus would be parked there. Bit of a gust front moving through, as you can probably hear on the microphone. Keep it? Yeah, we'll keep it. Sorry.
Shamrock 6 Papa Echo, taxi November 1, line up runway 28 right, hand right. 80, by November 1, line up runway 28 right, Shamrock 6 Papa Echo.
So we have an A330 to LAX. We should have Seattle on the way as well. Duo going to Seattle, one of the 200s, one of the oldest in the fleet. I'm not winning with this brightness. I have it. No, it's too much. There. Let me try that and see. Martin, that is the White House pub. The sheds at the back of the White House have had an Aer Lingus 747 painted on them for years.
565 kilo, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. Taxi November 1, hold short 28 right, Ryanair 565 kilo.
The White House pub is closed now, but they run a park to travel thing from the car park, and the shed still has the planes painted on it.
Shamrock 6 Papa Echo 300 degrees at 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Shamrock 6 Papa Echo, mate. Samsung 6 to November, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. Taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right, Samsung 6 to November.
3:30 to LA. Convoy of T-Rooks. So this yard beside me here involved in the excavation of the runway underpass.
Ryanair 565 kilo, line up runway 28 right.
Connect the south terminal to the west apron by running under the Crosswind runway.
Ryanair 565 kilo.
Will we get ribbons, I wonder? No. So, Ryanair to Bristol, ATR to Newquay. Hannah, another one pushing back from Manchester.
0 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
And Seattle is on taxi now. Down runway 34.
1, land up runway 28 right away.
Right November 1, land up runway 28 right, November.
Be interesting to see. The NOTAM for the closure of the Crosswind runway expires on Friday. I wonder, will it be extended? We saw the effects last autumn and early into this year of the closure of the Crosswind runway, when we got our usual storms, caused chaos here, not being able to land. You would imagine they don't want to repeat that this year, having no Crosswind runway when the pilots were requesting it constantly last autumn for the high winds.
16 November, wind 230 degrees, 13 knots, max 19, runway 28 right. Clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
Brian,
Clear takeoff runway 28 right, Jim. So 16 November, right.
much appreciated, and we chat to you later. This is Hannah to Newquay.
Cherry 953, good afternoon, taxi November 1, liner from 828 right.
Kilo Vine November 1, line of white to 8 right, Sherman, 953.
Cherry 40 Romeo, hello, taxi November 1, hold short from 828 right.
Irish Rally Fan. Hello, Fan even.
Hold short from
Fan.
828 right.
Fan.
Shamrock,
Hello.
40 Romeo.
Yeah, so LA and Hainan, the Aer Lingus LA
November 1, and hold short from 828 right.
and the Hainan Beijing up until last week.
20 Alpha Uniform, hello again, taxi November 1, hold short from 828 right.
Taxi November 1, hold short to 8 right, Ryanair 20 Alpha Uniform.
Were two of the longest flights for Dublin. That's been replaced now with the Shanghai, China Eastern.
Aircraft performance of the previous departure.
Okay, holding position on 28 right, Sherman, 953.
So I was trying to talk in between the radio there. November 2, 3:30. Okie dokie. So EI Duo going to be heading to Seattle.
Short 953, wind 280 degrees, 15 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye.
Thank you, clear takeoff, 8 right, Sherman, 953.
Right 40 Romeo from November 1, line from 828 right, and way.
Line up away to runway 28 right from November 1, Shamrock 40 Romeo.
Ryanair 20 Alpha Uniform, QNH 1012, hectopascals.
QNH 1012, Ryanair 20 Alpha Uniform, thank you.
Ryanair Alpha Foxtrot, QNH 1012, hectopascals. Try 40 Romeo, QNH 1012, hectopascals.
QNH 1012, Shamrock 40 Romeo.
Ryanair Alpha Foxtrot, QNH 101.
Very bright now again that side. Sorry. Make a little adjustment, I think. Oh, too much. There we go. Yes, the 330 is a twin aisle. 242 is the seat layout on all the Aer Lingus A330s.
Romeo, wind 280 degrees, 17 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear takeoff, runway 28 right, bye, Shamrock, 40 Romeo.
Jamaica 9 Alpha Foxtrot, November 1, line up runway 28 right and wait.
320
November 1, line up 28 right and wait, Shamrock 9
to Rome, and then it looks like we have one of the 321 Neos to Pittsburgh. Alex, hello to you. So, EI Lurk to Pittsburgh, LRC.
Takeoff, bye-bye.
Takeoff 28 right, Shamrock 9 off, Foxtrot.
Ryanair 20 Alpha uniform from November 1, line up runway 28 right and wait.
From November 1, line up runway 28 right, mate, Ryanair 20 Alpha uniform.
Jensen 33 Charlie Bravo, hello, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right.
Hello, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right, Charlie Bravo.
Martin, thanks very much, and for the tips as well. I've taken a picture of that, what you said. I'll do my research. I'm probably going to go, I've spotted one van I'm interested in, so I'm probably going to go look at that tomorrow and see. And then approach the subject at home of, hello, I want to spend our money. Yeah, so there'll be no new van. I'm joking. So there's a narrow body gone transatlantic to Pittsburgh, like we were discussing a minute ago.
Ryanair 20 Alpha uniform, wind 290 degrees, 13 knots, max 20, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear takeoff 2 right, Ryanair 20 Alpha uniform, clock.
Wear a helmet. Look at that dirtiness. Need to get the camera in the van and go storm chasing, do we?
From November 2 to land for runway 28 right.
From November 2, line up runway 28 right, response to Charlie Bravo.
Ryanair to Amsterdam.
British 31, hello, taxi November 2, hold short runway 28 right.
Hold short runway 28 right, November 2, Speedbird 381, 831.
Gemstone 33 Charlie Bravo, wind 290 degrees, 13 knots, max 20, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, you can see Charlie Bravo, bye.
So I'm playing the long game here. So I've already approached the idea of, do we want to upgrade the car? And the answer was no. So I go, well then maybe. We'll see.
British 31 from November 2, land for runway 28 right and wait for a short delay due aircraft performance.
ATR off to
Line up,
Manchester.
runway 28 right, fly November 2, Speedbird 831.
I'm actually kind of glad I'm not up on the roof of the van at the moment. I'll probably be getting held over. Wind has changed direction, has it? So it was straight down the runway earlier on, but you can see it's kind of pushing towards me, the sock moving in my direction. So that's what, northwesterly?
2831, clear to line up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up runway 28 right, wait, Speedbird 831.
Flight work 772, good afternoon, taxi November 2, hold short runway 28 right.
Ted, an L van, yeah, exactly. One of the an old light repair van that's up for sale or something like that, that has the lift on the back.
Flight work 772.
Flight work 772, hello, taxi November 2, hold short runway 28 right.
Because that definitely wouldn't go wrong during the storm, would it?
Hold short 28 right, flight work 772.
BA 320 to Heathrow next. There's more nasty cloud over towards the south of the city and the Wicklow Mountains, but it seems to be dodging me for the moment. G500 Gulfstream after this, British Airways. Yeah, look, that's not nice. And even that's worse over there, that darker patch just in the distance towards the Wicklow Mountains. Breeze is almost continuous now.
29 degrees, 15 knots, max 20, runway 28
20 knot gusts, there you go, yeah.
Runway 28 right, clear takeoff, Speedbird 831, good
Ryanair 177 Hotel, hello.
Change my name to Rod.
Hold short runway 28 right.
Hello, November 2, hold short 28 right, Ryanair 177 Hotel.
Flight work 772 from November 2, line of runway 28 right and wait to be a short delay due your aircraft performance.
November 2, line up and wait, flight work 772, short delay.
Very early turn for the BA as always, and the wind absolutely That's dropped further down now, look.
Flight work 772, wind 300 degrees, 15 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Looks like
clear for takeoff,
there's
flight work
rain
772,
behind me.
bye-bye. Ryanair 177 Hotel from November 2, land of runway 28
I know
right.
now in a second with the way the
November 2, line
wind
up the way
is,
to
it'll be
right,
here quick
Ryanair
enough.
177.
Yeah, that or the smoke in the air, I don't know. Obviously struggling with this 20 knots at the moment. Sorry about the shaking, there's not much I can do about it. You see what I mean? Down the way, it looks like it's either smoke or rain, I can't tell. All I know is it's windy.
Ryanair 177 Hotel, wind 300 degrees, 17 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear takeoff, Ryanair. Sorry, clear takeoff 28 right, Ryanair 177 Hotel, bye-bye.
Turmeric 172, good day to you, taxi November 2, land for runway 28 right and wait. Bye November 2, land and wait, runway 28 right, Turmeric 172. Ryanair 3, Foxtrot, hello, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right.
Hello, taxi November 2, hold short, 28 right, Ryanair 3, Foxtrot.
Flightwork 772, contact Dublin 132-1580, 62580, Flightwork 772.
I think it's rain. Holding the umbrella in that rain. Wind is going to be interesting.
Ryanair 610, Victor, hello. Hold short, taxi November, report ready.
Hotel November, I'm going to wait for
Afternoon to you.
610, Victor.
Shamrock 172 on line up, the wind 300 degrees, 17 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye. Takeoff 28 right, Shamrock, 172.
Graham, thanks for being here. We'll chat to you Friday. Insignia is a great car, especially the twin turbo edition.
Confirm, Shamrock 172, clear for takeoff. 1728 firm, wind 300 degrees, 17 knots, max 21, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye. Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, thank you very much, Shamrock 172.
Aer Lingus to Heathrow next.
Ryanair 610, Victor, ready for departure.
Ryanair 610, Victor, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right.
November 2, hold short runway 28 right, Ryanair 610 Victor.
Ryanair 3 Foxtrot from November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Line up runway 28 right, Ryanair 3 Fox.
So I think I heard up to 21 knots there on the radio a second ago. Definitely feels it alright down here.
Sherlock Standard Papa Mike, hello, hold that Neptune.
Hold Neptune, Sherlock 9, hold Mike.
2 seconds and I just adjust something here. So I have the weight bag strapped down, but it's moving the wrong direction. We only want to go in one. Should be a little bit better, more stable.
Ryanair 3 Foxtrot, 290 degrees, 17 knots, minus 22, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
28 right, clear for takeoff, Ryanair 3 Fox, bye-bye.
Ryanair 610 Victor from November 2, line up runway 28 right.
Ryanair to Malaga next.
Line up runway 28 right, Ryanair 610 Victor.
Direct Ryanair Papa Mike behind the Ryanair lining up.
Rain just started here in North Kerry and it's on its way to you.
You can wait to...
Yeah, I can see it in the distance, so I don't think we're probably going to make the 3 330s.
Clear to line up 28 right,
Because
Sherlock 9, Papa Mike.
once that
Direct
rain
Ryanair Papa Mike
gets
initially, and
more
November
than a
1,
shower,
hold short from 28 right.
Apologies, hold short.
I'm stuck
from
holding an
28
umbrella
right,
in high
November
winds
1, Papa
and
Mike.
trying to protect the equipment, so
Ryanair 4 November Zulu, hello, are you
this
ready for
next
departure?
330 might be our
So
last.
fully ready Ryanair 4 November Zulu. Ryanair 4 November Zulu, taxi November 2, hold short from 28 right. November 2, and we'll hold short 28 right, Ryanair 4 November Zulu.
Again, it's just with the mixed conditions, you can't put the rain covers on because the equipment will overheat. And then with the wind being the way it is, I can't hold the umbrella in the wind and operate the camera perfectly. So
Ryanair 610 Victor, wind check 300 degrees, 17 knots, 922, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear takeoff, runway 28 right, Ryanair 610 Victor, bye-bye.
Ryanair 4 November Zulu from November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait.
So,
Line up and wait,
Ryanair
November
to
2,
Gatwick,
Ryanair 4 November.
and then the A330 to Denver,
November 1, line up runway
DAA.
28 right, and
Oh, hang on, what's that?
November 2 to
There's an
initial
AA on
taxi, lining up
taxi,
ahead.
so we'll call AA last plane.
Way 28
We
right,
get the
copy
330 to
and
Denver and then the
Sherlock 9,
AA.
Papa Mike.
Again, it's just I don't want to risk. Need to take more staff. Yeah.
Ryanair 4 November Zulu, wind 30
Ryanair to
degrees, 17
Birmingham.
knots, max 22, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, bye-bye. Clear takeoff, bye-bye, Ryanair 4 November Zulu.
Don't worry, folks. We will be back Friday. I don't believe it's meant to rain Friday. I think there's the rain at the moment may possibly be for the weekend, Sunday into Monday, isn't it? Into the bank holiday. So Taylor, thank you very much. Gifting 5 memberships.
American 73, taxi November 1, hold short, runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short, 28 right, American 73.
3:30 to Denver. Convoy of T-Rooks first. They move in packs of 3 these days. Previously it was 2.
Shamrock 9 Papa Mike, surface wind 290 degrees, 16 knots, gusting 22, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Shamrock 9 Papa Mike.
We might just about make this. It's already starting to spit. Come on.
American 73, line up runway 28 right, and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 28 right, American 73.
Folks, a big shout out to everyone that's been here. I know I'm cutting it short, but it's not worth the risk to the equipment. Thank you for hitting the like button, and those that gifted as well, it is much appreciated. Face straight into the wind. So the AA Dreamliner to Philadelphia, our last plane. I will be back with you Friday, and I'll update on the Weston situation as well. We hope to cover the aircraft from Bray Air Display from Weston Airport on Saturday afternoon.
American 73, surface wind 300 degrees, 13 knots, gusting 22, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, American 73.
Runway 33, Juliet Zulu, taxi November 1.
These are all most welcome. You know I love it.
November 1.
Annoys me when I can't be here. But yeah, Friday, folks. We'll see if there's anything strange or interesting happening, and we'll plan accordingly. You can see how dark it's getting all of a sudden.
Runway 33, Juliet Zulu, roger, hold short, runway 28 right, report ready.
Would have been wondering how they checked the road.
Gemstone 16 November, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right.
Taxi November, hold November
Right,
2,
I'm going to pack this stuff away before we get destroyed. Thanks very much, everyone. Normally I'd show you the tower, but the wire is in the way, so I'm just going to leave it there. I shall see you all Friday, and keep an eye on the community posts. We'll know more about Weston hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, thank you everyone, and mods, much appreciated too. Keeping us all on our best behaviour. Right, on my way. Thanks all.